Orange rhubarb chutney, like all chutneys, is so good to eat on meat and rice, but it's especially good because it has the mixture of the tart rhubarb and the sweet orange to it. So this is kind of a fun one. I began by washing my rhubarb and then dicing it into smaller pieces. I then diced my onion finely. I zested my orange, cut off the peels, and then diced them into small pieces as well. I also cut up my raisins, but these particular raisins were actually quite large because they're ones that I had done at home. If you had smaller raisins, you may not have to worry about that step. I'll place my 6 cups of diced rhubarb into my pot, add 5 cups of lightly packed brown sugar, 3.5 cups of apple cider vinegar, 3 cups of diced onion, 2 diced oranges, 1 cup of chopped raisins, 3 tablespoons of orange zest, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, and 2 teaspoons of ginger. Now I'll place these on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that it's come to a boil, I'll reduce the heat and have it simmer for 45 minutes. I'll stir it occasionally just to make sure that it doesn't scorch. Now I'll add 1 tablespoon of mustard seed, 1 teaspoon of curry, 1 teaspoon of allspice, and 1 tablespoon of pickling spice plus 10 peppercorns. I place them into a tea diffuser because I like doing it better than the cheesecloth or the spice bags, but those are options for you as well. And then I'll place this inside. Now I'll simmer this for an additional 30 minutes. I want it to be at the point where when I lift it up on a spoon, it mounds on the top. My next step is to remove the little spice packet, the tea diffuser in this case, and then I'll fill my 1/2 pint jars up to 1/2 inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. I can smell all of those spices in here as I'm filling up the jars. Now I'll use a damp cloth to clean off the edge of my jars. This is just so that if anything got on the rim, that it won't interfere with the seal. Then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'm using Superb canning lids today, which are an American-made company, and they actually have a great quality to them. They have this super squishy seal, which I like because I feel like it adheres to my jars a lot better. It's supposed to seal for up to 36 months, which is better than the up to 18 months that you get on your standard jar lids. I have a link as well as a 20% off discount code in my description below. Now I'll place these in my boiling water bath, submerged by 1 to 2 inches of water, and process them for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll process them for 15, but I won't start my timer until after it starts to boil. Now that the timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I'll place these on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I can tell they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, then I'll remove the ring, wash off the outside with hot soapy water, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location like my pantry and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If I have any that didn't seal, I would place them in the refrigerator and use them right away. The big question is, what does it taste like? Because this, of course, doesn't have your standard ingredients to it. Orange and rhubarb and raisins. I mean, that's kind of an interesting mix and all of those spices. So let's see if I can describe it for you. Trying to describe these recipes is always so hard. I get some of the vinegar taste in the back, which makes it taste so good with meat. And then I also get that curry and the ginger. I mean, this is just an amazing one from pork or chicken and with the rice. I don't know how else to describe it for you. It's kind of sour because of the rhubarb, but it also has that citrusy feel to it. This chutney is a really fun one for livening up your meal.